I will handle the gamut of personal injuries, focusing, however, my practice as an expert in the area of nursing home neglect and abuse. Clients will call me individually when they themselves have actually been the victim of some form of neglect or abuse, but typically it will be by the family member or even a friend who visits a loved one and sees indications of abuse or neglect. Every state has issued its own laws governing the obligation of nursing homes, long-term care facilities with regard to providing care to prevent abuse and neglect for their loved ones. It is also by federal mandate. Every facility must abide by those regulations and those statutes. If they don't, they violate the law. And if they violate the law, there's no excuse. Signs of nursing home abuse and neglect are multiple-fold. Abuse is essentially intentional acts that are committed upon your loved one. A caregiver who physically harms your loved one by manhandling, by harming somebody in a very aggressive, threatening manner, intimidating. These are all forms of abuse. Neglect are when you visit your loved one, and you should question this, when you start to see bruises on their face, falling injuries, if you see fractures. Pressure ulcers are probably what most people have heard of, pressure ulcers being the new term because people have always associated pressure ulcers as being a bed sore, but it's recognized that pressure ulcers for a loved one can occur by simply having them sit too long. We also have issues where the nursing staff just is not properly educated or trained. One of the important aspects of nursing care is preventability. This nursing staff has to be properly educated to recognize that the individuals are different, that they are unique, and each one has their own limitations. So the policies and procedures have to be better enforced by the facility that tell the nursing staff, look at the individual, treat that individual as unique. So what is scary about this problem, about abuse and neglect, is that that's just the surface of what we know. You have individuals who don't have the capability of communicating their abuse and neglect, such as an individual has dementia, who doesn't have the capability of reporting what's going on with them. But secondarily is the people that do have the capability to communicate are scared. They're scared of the repercussions. They're scared of the fact that they may be put out on the street and where they to go. So the statistics are alarming, that it is a problem that really is a hidden secret that we at the Locks Law Firm will investigate from you in the beginning through the end to make sure that that little secret is made known, made public, and will no longer happen. Even before a loved one is brought into a nursing home, I will often be contacted and say, what's the best home? Where should my loved one go? Where should my friend go? What is the safest? What is the best place? And in that regard, I will tell them at the outset, if you have questions, call me. Every resident has a right to be free from abuse and neglect. And if you see any of those signs, we, as the award-winning team at the Locks Law Firm, are here to help you get justice. We are here to provide the help and guidance that you need to make sure that it is dealt with, that it stops, and that it doesn't continue in the future.